Welcome to the twisted world of Mr. Beastly, where nightmares become reality and reality becomes a nightmare. In this episode, we learn about the suspicious Smith's mansion and the dark secrets within. Now on to the story. The small town of Bilkovsky had always been a quiet and peaceful place. But that all changed when a new family moved in. The Smiths were a mysterious family who kept to themselves, and the townspeople soon became suspicious of them. Rumors started to circulate that the Smiths were involved in illegal activities. Some people even claimed that they were involved in the occult. But no one could prove anything, and the Smiths continued to live in their secluded mansion on the outskirts of town. One day, a group of teenagers decided to sneak into the Smiths' mansion and see what was going on inside. They thought it would be a fun adventure, but they had no idea what they were getting themselves into. The teenagers crept through the Smiths' mansion, trying to be as quiet as possible. They searched through the rooms, looking for any evidence of illegal activities or the occult, but they found nothing. Just as they were about to give up and leave, they stumbled upon a secret room hidden behind a bookcase. Inside the room, they found strange symbols etched into the walls and a large altar in the center of the room. As they were examining the room, they heard a noise outside. They quickly realized that the Smiths had come home and they were in big trouble. The teenagers tried to sneak out of the mansion, but they were caught by Mr. Smith. He was furious and demanded to know what they were doing in his home. The teenagers were scared and didn't know what to say, but then Mrs. Smith appeared and she had a different idea. She told the teenagers that they had stumbled upon their family's secret and that they could either keep it a secret or face the consequences. The teenagers didn't know what to do. They were scared and didn't want to get into any trouble. They decided to keep the Smiths secret, but they knew that they had gotten themselves into something dangerous. Over the next few weeks, strange things started to happen in Bilkovsky. People began to disappear, and there were reports of strange noises coming from the Smiths' mansion. The townspeople became even more suspicious of the family and started to take matters into their own hands. One night, a group of angry townspeople gathered outside the Smiths' mansion, demanding that they come out and face the consequences of their actions. But the Smiths refused to leave their home, and the situation quickly escalated. As the crowd outside the mansion grew more agitated, the Smiths began to perform a strange ritual. They chanted in an unknown language and lit candles around the altar. The townspeople were terrified and didn't know what to do. Suddenly the ground began to shake, and a loud noise erupted from the Smiths' mansion. A bright light shone from the windows, blinding everyone outside. When the light subsided, the Smiths were nowhere to be found. The mansion was abandoned, and the townspeople were left to wonder what had happened to the mysterious family. Years later, a young girl stumbled upon the abandoned Smith mansion. She found the secret room and the altar, and she felt drawn to it. She began to study the strange symbols etched into the walls, and she became obsessed with the occult. The girl started to perform her own rituals in the secret room, and she believed that she was communing with a higher power. But one day, as the girl was deep in her rituals, she heard a faint whisper coming from the darkness of the room. Startled, she turned around, but there was no one there. The whisper grew louder, and she could make out a voice filled with both menace and desperation. "Who dares enter this realm? Who dares tamper with forces beyond their comprehension?" the voice hissed. The girl's heart raced, but she couldn't tear herself away. She was drawn to the voice, compelled to uncover its secrets. "Who are you?" she whispered, her voice trembling. "I am the embodiment of the darkness that dwells within these walls," the voice replied. "I am the guardian of the forbidden knowledge that the Smiths sought. and now I am bound to you." A chill ran down the girl's spine as she realized the gravity of her actions. She had unknowingly unleashed a malevolent force that had attached itself to her. Fear mingled with curiosity as she contemplated the possibilities. "What do you want with me?" she asked, her voice barely audible. "I seek freedom, a release from this eternal prison," the voice hissed. "And you, my dear, hold the key." The girl's mind raced, uncertainty gnawing at her. She had delved into the occult to gain power and knowledge, but she hadn't anticipated the consequences. Now she was faced with a choice that could change her life forever. "Tell me, how can I set you free?" she asked, her voice filled with a mix of trepidation and fascination. The voice chuckled darkly. "It won't be easy, child. You must complete a series of tasks, each more dangerous than the last. Only then will I be released, and you shall gain unimaginable power." The girl hesitated, the weight of her decision pressing upon her. She knew that pursuing this path would lead her down a treacherous road, but the allure of power was too strong to resist. "Very well," she whispered, her voice resolute. "I will embark on this journey. But remember, once you're free, you must grant me the power I seek." The voice laughed, a haunting sound that echoed through the room. "Oh, my dear, you have no idea what you've just unleashed. Prepare yourself, for your journey into darkness has only just begun." With those words, the girl sealed her fate as the room grew colder, and the symbols on the wall seemed to glow with an otherworldly light. Little did she know her decision would not only affect her own destiny, but also the fate of the entire town of Bilkovsky. As the girl ventured deeper into the twisted world of Mr. Beastly, she would uncover the true nature of the Smiths' involvement with the occult. She would face unimaginable horrors, encounter otherworldly entities, and unravel the dark secrets that had plagued the town for generations. But would she be able to survive the darkness that awaited her? And at what cost would she gain the power she so desperately sought? Only time would tell as the story of Bilkovsky continued to unfold, with the girl at the center of its twisted web.